Hey everyone, John here! This is a topic I've wanted to talk about for a very long time, and with a brand new Mario Kart on the way, what better time than now? So this series isn't really known for its single player, right? You just sort of race against CPU or do time trials, like Mario Kart is very much a multiplayer series. However, there is one game that defied that definition, Mario Kart DS. This game did so much for the series, but one thing that I'll always love it for is its mission mode, a single-player campaign within Mario Kart. So let's check this baby out, but before we do, first, a word from our sponsor.
It's a new year, and like so many people, my goal is to eat better, but I love cereal. Thanks to today's sponsor, Magic Spoon, I don't have to worry. Magic Spoon cereal has 0 sugar per serving, and their amazing treats have just 1 gram of sugar per bar. They're great for carb counters like me, and they contain no artificial ingredients. Even better than that, Magic Spoon tastes amazing. It's got the same great taste we all love, with more protein and less sugar. Magic Spoon cereals are all the flavors I remember loving as a kid, but upgraded with grown-up ingredients. The cereal has 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0 sugar, and 4 to 5 grams of net carbs in each serving, meaning I can finally feel great about having a bowl of cereal for breakfast. And their treats are great for when I need to run out the door, with 11 to 12 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and just 1 to 2 grams of net carbs per bar, and they aren't sticky the way protein bars are. I never thought I could eat better and enjoy something this delicious, so why don't you join me and pick some up today? Use my code GVG or click the link in the description to try Magic Spoon cereal or treats today and get $5 off. You can also find Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee online. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. So click the link in the description to go to magicspoon.com/GVG or scan the QR code on the screen for $5 off. Thanks to Magic Spoon for sponsoring today's video.
The first handheld Mario Kart on Game Boy Advance had every track from the Super Nintendo game as a bonus because, well, they look very similar. But Mario Kart DS was different. This wasn't just a portable take on the console games. This was the next serious Mario Kart. For the first time ever, the series had online multiplayer, and that was an absolute game changer. And while Super Circuit had every track from the Super Nintendo, DS really introduced the concept of retro tracks. Double Dash was only 2 years old, and yet we were playing tracks directly from it, on a handheld. The fact that DS pulled this off in 3D at 60 FPS is miraculous as well, and the dual screens offered a lot to the gameplay. You can't look behind you in Mario Kart DS, but you can see far more just by peering down to the bottom screen. And if you get inked by a blooper, you can just drive on the bottom screen, no problem. You can design the logo that goes on the front of your kart. You can unlock Rob from the NES. It was simply the biggest Mario Kart yet, and all these years on, a huge chunk of people still view Mario Kart DS as the best in the series. I mean, it certainly got the depth. These guys are crazy. But let's disregard all the other cool stuff Mario Kart DS does, cause I have some really fond memories of one of its smaller modes. It's something you probably only play a handful of times, but as an introduction to Mario Kart DS, it sets such a strong first impression. And it's the single player. Mission Mode. Mission Mode has 7 worlds, with 8 sets and a boss fight each, giving you around 63 different objectives to clear. These take racetracks and battle courses from all over the game and give them bite-sized single-player objectives, like collect all the coins or drive through every gate. Those kind of missions are basically tutorials on how to steer precisely, but you also get ones like perform 8 mini-turbos in a single lap. And that's teaching you how to drift without the pressure of competing with other racers. From that perspective, it's neat, it's a tutorial, but Mission Mode goes so much further. They'll tell you to go on a massacre and destroy all the Cheep Cheeps with endless stars, or play whack-a-mole with Monty Moles, or simply blast 20 crabs, and that's the exact wording by the way. Blast those damn crabs. And it's super cool when they bend the rules to how the game usually works. Like Mario Kart DS doesn't have a rear view, but there's missions where you're meant to drive in reverse, and it's so odd seeing the game from a perspective that's usually not possible. I don't think they really wanted you looking at these models for too long. That might be part of it. You okay there, DK? What's only clicking with me now is Mario Kart DS introduced the reverse tracks from Mario Kart Tour. It's not like a mirror mode where the course is flipped, but rather you're actually driving the opposite way around the track. F-Zero 99 has this too, and I'm sure Mario Kart 9 will absolutely follow. But yeah, a few of these missions are like, beat Donkey Kong in a race, and I go, that's not really a mission, that kinda sucks. But then it clicks the track is the wrong way round, and it's so weird, and I kinda wish this was possible in the main game. The Mushroom Bridge one? Rocks. You're driving into traffic while parts of the course are completely blocked off, so it's super tight. Finish the race before the red car? What do you mean by that? Oh, an actual red car. Mario's biggest rival, the frickin' red car. It's super cool when areas you usually just zoom by are blocked off into little sandboxes, like Tick-Tock Clock here. You're meant to collect all these coins while avoiding the clock handles, and usually this is just a very quick obstacle that you zoom by, but now it's the basis of an entire level. And battle tracks are here too, like Block Fort. In this one you've got to zoom around and try and catch item boxes that are running away from you. The touchscreen's really good for this because you can see like a bird's eye view of exactly where they are. And mission mode in general is really clever with that second screen. One of the early ones is a standard coin collector, but I'm sure that most of us will make it to the end and go, like, did I miss a coin? I'm pretty sure I got every coin, right? And then you restart and you go, I see what you're cooking, Nintendo EPD. I loved this mission here. Every set of item boxes has one that's real and the rest are fake. And because the DS's resolution is pretty low, it's kinda hard to see from a distance which one's the real one. But on the bottom screen, it tells you exactly. And so you're doing this asymmetrical glance at both screens, and it works so dang well. You get a rank for every mission, and getting 3 stars can sometimes be super tight, like a near flawless run. Other times it's just kinda like, here you go. Occasionally you may get a letter grade rather than a star grade, and you'll think, like, that's weird, letters rather than stars? But no, in Mario Kart DS, getting an A is a failing grade. You need star grades to unlock the 7th world, otherwise you fail. A is no good. When you finish the 6th world, despite this not being the end of the game, you get the credits, and that's fine. It's a beautiful song. I'll sit through this forever. But the coolest part of mission mode is absolutely the bosses. For some reason, Super Mario 64 DS laid the groundwork for asset reuse, so both New Super Mario Bros. And Mario Kart DS just take a little chunk from it. And in this game's case, they just kind of dropped the bosses from Mario 64 into mission mode. The bully is a really logical transition, like just push them off, get mushrooms, zoom into them, knock them off. It's really cool. You've got iRock, gotta aim Koopa shells at their exposed eye and avoid the hand slams. Goom Boss! My favorite fella. It's so funny that a little Paper Mario boss made their way into mainline Mario, and this guy just flippin' dies when you beat him in a race. Loses one race and just dies. He's gone. King Boo's kind of cool. He's a bit like Nemesis from Resident Evil. So the mission's a big coin collecting set, like many other missions from the game, but you've also got to avoid King Boo, who's going to take all the coins away if he catches you. And then you got to steal them back. We've got Big Bob-omb. Hang on. Big Bob-omb? He's the king, right? King Bob-omb. Anyway, just got to throw Bob-ombs at him exactly 3 times, except he walks into one at the beginning anyway. So it's 2 times, really. Chief Chili might be the final boss if you don't unlock the 7th world, and he's very similar to the bully, just he jumps if you're in his view, and so you might, just sort of go off the edge and go bye-bye. And then World 7's boss is a race against a giant Wiggler, who, by the way, does not flip and die when losing a race. Goomboss, you are pathetic. No wonder Nintendo canonically killed you in this game. Wiggler accepts defeat, you flip and die. And then another set of credits. And it's alright, because it's one of the best credit themes in the world. It doesn't matter that we heard it just a few minutes ago. Mission mode is just delightful. Some missions really are just tutorials, but the whole thing is really. It goes from showing you how to steer properly, to showing you that mushrooms can take you off-road without losing speed. It's no wonder Mario Kart DS players are all scary gods, each and every one of them. They were raised on mission mode and never stopped seeking the ultimate mission, and they never will stop. They'll never be satisfied. It's awesome that Mario Kart Tour adapted small bits of mission mode's objective-based gameplay, but it's nuts that it's never properly returned. Mario Kart Wii was meant to have it, it's in the code, but no. Wii, 7, 8, 8 again, live home circuit? None would revive Mario Kart's best and really only single-player mode. All these years on, Mario Kart DS has not aged a day. It has some of the best tracks in the series, some of the best retro tracks in the series too. And while Mario Kart Wii would change how drifting works, I think there's still a lot of joy in the way it used to work. Obviously, playing online against the pros wasn't much fun because they'll just beat everybody, but having some strategy and depth to Mario Kart was a great thing. And there is still some depth, but this one is just dripping in depth. I don't like what I just said. Dripping it. Take that out. Take that out, editing, John. Nah, I'm keeping it in. I simply love this game. I don't know if it's gone down as my all-time favorite Mario Kart, but the mission mode does a lot of heavy lifting. It may be something that you blast through in a day, maybe come back and replay it, but it leaves such a strong, lasting impression while teaching people how to even play Mario Kart. And so it's bizarre to me that it never returned because it was so good here, and it turned a lot of you into absolute monsters. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.